Hello everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Bas van Beurden and I'm the COE for Asia. Richard and Leah asked me to make a short movie and say some words to you, so I happily did. As you could see at the start, the movie and a couple of pictures, those are really illustrative for me, for my year and maybe for the year in general. Because back in April, Singapore went into a very strict lockdown, and you were not allowed to leave the house, only stay with your household. And the only thing for which you could go out the door was to get groceries by yourself or go outdoor, do outdoor sports by yourself. And so what did I do? I bought a bike and I started early in the morning before work. I started to do a daily bike run, and so that's what you saw. You saw part of my daily bike run, and I'm keeping it up until the day. And the other pictures, they are from the ING office here in Singapore. And if you looked well, you saw cat there at the no entry sign, because like in Manila, we are not allowed to come into the office. At least most of us, most of the colleagues here in ING are not allowed to come in. And so the other pictures that you saw were from Kat and my work from home office. And so, yeah, illustrative as said, for a year in which we had to adapt, and things were different, especially also in the work, because now we had to do everything online, and now and then VDI was not working, the online ING access, or Skype didn't work well, or other IT issues. So you know, it was challenging, and maybe even more so for you guys, because some of the work that you do. They're like training new colleagues or onboarding new locations. The knowledge transfer you ideally want to do face to face. It's much more difficult to do it in a work from home setting. So all the more, when I think back to this quite difficult year, all the more proud of what you were able to do and what you delivered in the year, because service levels all met, all the control requirements also met. The migration, some were delayed a bit, but hey, look, you know, you did Geneva, Hong Kong is on track, a large part of Taipei and Moscow migrations you're planning to do still in this year. So, you know, really proud. And in a year where also we welcome new colleagues. And for instance, this was also the case for Singapore branch, and we all know that Singapore is one of the more challenging branches. So particularly proud that in the last close, also Singapore was able to submit and on workday 5 and not needed the extra day that we almost always needed before. So kudos to the Singapore team there and the new staff in that team. A particular high point for me also was that you made big steps on the standardization and the automation. And yeah, the Asia colleagues, it was well noticed because they saw that you were making steps on robotics, for instance. And so we decided to invite you and the Amsterdam experts to do a knowledge sharing session, and that was 2 weeks ago now, where the Amsterdam experts explained what new capabilities like Alteryx and robotics can do. But Leah was there to explain and present the IBSS use cases, and the ACI colleagues in the branches were really inspired, and so now they're looking at hey, what can robotics, what can Alteryx do for some of our local processes that remained in the branch. And for me, really good that IBSS in that area is setting the example to follow. And so, you know, looking at the only thing I can say is that I hope that you keep it up. It was really, in a difficult context, a great performance of the team. And if you ask me about aspirations for the coming 15 months until the end of 2021, then yeah, let's finalize the migrations. Let's try and finalize standardization as well. And another thing is, that's a big one, we have a big program coming, change program for the Asia branches and also some of the Europe branches. And so GBS Decom program will run until 2026. And what we need to do is really move all the branches away from GBS and onto new IT target platforms and processes. And so we will set the model with Singapore branch. First lending to Loan IQ, then the cost ledger to PeopleSoft, followed very quickly by financial markets and group treasury to GPC, and then later on payments to SPE and accounts to Finacle. And Singapore the first, and then the other branches to follow, and all that from now until 2026. So we know that a lot of change will continue to come while you're still doing some of the migration work as well. But for me, this is a positive, because a lot of change means we can learn a lot. And so that's maybe my final thought for you, I guess. Richard, Leah, Harold and I, we all want IBSS to be a good place for you to learn, to further develop, and to further build on your finance expertise, so that you can use it later in other roles for IBSS or wider ING. And so, for me, I'm really looking forward.
Hello everyone. It feels a bit odd to talk to you via video, but in these times, what can we call odd, right? And well, given that you have a town hall today, I also wanted to share some thoughts and reflections with you. And well, let's start with a bit of planning. And I'm sure you realize that currently we are thinking of planning for next year and what was there. And at the same time last year we did the same. We had ambitious plans, we had ambitious ideas how 2020 would go. And I guess, well, we all can look back and say that all changed quite rapidly in the first quarter with the pandemic spreading globally quite rapidly. A lot has changed, and amazingly, well, in the first quarter as a team, we survived the quarterly close, and somehow, some way, we made it work, and that's I think, well, already a first good start of how to adjust with this new environment. And later on, you also start seeing that it's not just adjusting to the new environment, dealing with IT problems and challenges, and I'm sure also dealing with the personal side of this. But we also started again thinking about what can we do and what is possible still. And well, some amazing achievements are there, and certainly Geneva migration in the second quarter got a lot of attention and was a big success, as I might say. And well, a great achievement from everybody involved making that happen. And well, going a bit further, I think it feels now like more or less normal again. All the discussions we're having, all the developments, they're more or less, well, between brackets, normal. And we're looking at standardization, we're making progress on that. We're actually having bright ideas on how robotics and Alteryx can really make the life of the team easier, and I hope that that's in the coming months will also start paying off. And at the same time, also for simpler processes, standardization will help. I mean, you will not need that much training anymore if all the processes are standard, because you more or less know from each other what you're doing then. So also there are quite some benefits that I see coming, and sure, we're still some steps ahead, but we're on a good track. And the same with on our control environment. I think so far, yes, there are challenges. Yes, we sometimes struggle with meeting deadlines, but all in all, I think we still quite solid, and the challenges are more with developmental than really issues that pop up at group finance level, for example. So all in all, I think, well, completely different year than anticipated, but nonetheless, we achieved quite a lot of things. And if now we start planning and looking ahead again, I think what's important is that we're approximately 80% done with all the migrations that we had planned a few years ago. So a few more steps there, and I think then we're done with what we originally promised. But you see already that both CFOs as well as us from the team, from Leia, from Richard, there are ideas of what more can we do, what else can be done, and where can we further improve the service and add more value. And I think a number of those ideas shall become in concrete next year as well. And the same for certain strategic initiatives like loan IQ, GBS decommissioning. I know that's quite a demanding thing, but also an important enabler towards our, let's say, our overall objective to standardize our processes. And we've done already quite a lot, but system migrations will also help bring us further and bring us closer aligned with GFS. And in that sense, I think, well, a quite exciting agenda ahead, and all in the fit where the service organization, where IBSS is really the place that enables us to standardize our processes and enables us to make our processes both more effective as well as more controlled. And well, I think that journey, I see the right signs of paying off in already a number of cases. So, for example, with some European locations, we are already more effective than the location itself was.
Hi team, my name's Simon Lynch. I'm Head of Financial Control for ING Australia. We've been privileged to have Dwayne, Irvin and Clona as part of our team for almost a year now, and we're really pleased with their contribution that they've made so far. It was really great that they were able to come out and visit us earlier in the year, and hopefully we'll have the opportunity to come and visit you in Manila sometime. So on behalf of the team here in Australia, I'd just like to say thanks again for all the hard work, and we really look forward to growing and developing the team with our Manila-based colleagues. Thanks again. Cheers. Bye.
Hello to all our ING colleagues in Manila. Nice to meet you here. My name is Bernard Bruikman from the Finance Business Advice Data Services team in Belgium, and we are mainly working on management information of balance sheet, income, cost and risk-weighted assets. And it's a real pleasure today for us to participate here in your town hall today. Unfortunately, as we have to respect as much as possible the pandemic rules, also in Belgium, it was not possible to be here together with the whole team in the same room. So that's why I want to present you our team rather on a primitive but digital way of working, because I have all the people here on my screen. So let's start with Silver, Sandra and Koen, who are responsible today for balance sheet, for segmented income, risk-weighted assets, value reporter, and also tax amounts and management accounting figures. And they are working very closely with our three colleagues in Manila, so Suzanne, Abby and Maybelline, and also Lloyd in the past. And then we have, of course, our cost team, starting with Otman, Erik and Pavel, who are working mainly on the whole cost allocation and management accounting figures for the cost management accounting. And then, of course, myself, you recognize me probably. So, a very sportive team. And finally, if we are looking today towards the past few years, because in fact we are already working together since more than 2 years now. And I think if you are looking back to these 2 years, it's really amazing to see how this interaction and the cooperation and the knowledge sharing was really growing every day. And even if we have a distance of 10,501 kilometers between Brussels and Manila, I have always the feeling that we are really working in one team on the same location. And every morning we are looking forward to have our daily stand-ups with our colleagues in Manila. And it's really great to see how people are discussing about job-related topics, deadlines, impediments they have, data quality issues they have, and of course we are also taking some time to discuss about little things in life, how life is going in Manila, how life is going in Brussels, what are we struggling with, and so on and so on. So it's really amazing to see that how people are interacting. So maybe just to give you one message coming out from the whole team, we want to thank you today, especially during our town hall, for all your enthusiasm, your professionalism, your flexibility also, and your very proactive cooperation the last 2 years. So, and maybe the most important one, it's really great to see and awesome to see. It's always with a big smile. So thanks for that, and let's keep it like that. And I wish you, in name of the whole team, of course, all the best for your town hall today. So have a nice day and see you later. Bye.
Yeah, hello everyone. It's Lawrence here. So just also a small video from my end, just also to simply say thanks to everybody who has been collaborating greatly, I think, over the past time, and with not only the people or myself within the corporate accounting team, but seeing the wide variety of things that you do for our team. You're also in contact with other stakeholders within ING Belgium. Especially I think for the accounts receivable part, where you're interacting basically with a lot of colleagues from different business lines. What I also hear is only positive feedback, and it's never that I hear some complaints or something, which only proves that you're really doing a good job, which is also appreciated by the stakeholders. So that's also a good thing, and I can only confirm. I don't think that I need to spend much more words on this neither. I think for me the performance of your work is good. For me it's really good, and the only thing that I wish is that we can continue to work like this in the future as well. So much appreciated for your work, and many thanks, and hope to continue like this. And last but not least, I hope you can all stay also safe during these difficult times, and let's be in touch, and let's continue to work like this in the future. Thanks, and have a nice weekend. Bye.
Hi, Manila team. I hope everybody is safe and healthy. Your dedication and enthusiasm is always much appreciated, and in my opinion, a great example of the Orange Code. You can be proud of that. Keep up the good work. See you in the Q3 closing, and greets from Brussels. Bye bye.
Hello, I'm Ludovic Etienne. I hope you are doing fine. I'm in charge of financial and regulatory reporting at ING Belgium. I was involved in the setup of the team in Manila 2 years ago, and now we can say it works very well. Of course, people at the beginning was a bit worried because we have moved some activities to Manila, but now they really see the benefits and they really appreciate the cooperation. I think that the key for success is to have a dedicated team in Manila, and we really consider you as direct colleagues. You are closely involved in discussions, and for examples, you are always included in closing office or in some validation meetings, and I think it's really efficient. Communications works very well. Also, sometimes we still have some technical limitations. Of course, there are things that could be improved, and we are working on it. As an example, I think it's important to have more end-to-end activities performed at your side, so you can have a better insight in the way we work, in our report, in our processes. Finally, the real issue for me is the distance between both countries. We would like to visit you more often. So to conclude, I think you are really good finance professionals. You are great and Orange colleagues. Have a good Townhall and see you soon. Bye bye.